And here we go! In the bottom left corner of Texas, which I will show you more later on, we have Dragonei, the Spanish player, who's played Starbow for quite some time, but it's been a little bit inactive lately.
On the top right, we have the blue Terran player, Mazx. This color I know.
It's a good thing he spawned as blue. It's one of those colors that are in the vocabulary of a male. So we have the main base here, ramp to the natural. The main base is actually quite big with a little bit of a backdoor over here, which you can blink in and Reapers can jump up. It's kind of annoying. Big place to drop to. So natural here, choke here, potential third base here, and another potential third base here. Oh, and Dragonei is wearing his Starbow t-shirt. He got a Starbow t-shirt at the DreamHack Valencia. And if you want to get a Starbow t-shirt, there's only 15 of them, so that's going to be difficult. But you can try. If you want to get a Starbow t-shirt, you check out our thread about that on starbowmod.com. It's in the news section. We'll order more if people actually order them. But yay, we have Starbow t-shirts now. I'm getting a couple, or at least one.
So, let's talk about the history of this map, because it's the... Yeah, I think this map is unique because it hasn't been in StarCraft 1 or in StarCraft 2.
Indeed.
It was just made by... who? What was his name?
Mirel.
Mirel, yes.
It was kind of made by accident too. Like, Mirel started this map for StarCraft 2. He never finished it. And then he was retiring, which is in quotation marks because all the map makers are always retiring and then they come back and make more maps. This is one of those times he was retiring, so he was putting all of his maps, including unfinished maps, out in his like kind of portfolio thread on Team Liquid. And we looked at some of the maps because he'd made a lot of maps for Starbow before, so we knew that his maps were good for that. And we saw this map, was like, wow, this can be really good for Starbow if you just make a couple of changes. And then first we made some changes to it because he had retired, and then he came back and he made even more changes himself and made it look good. And it's been on Starbow ever since we had the ladder, and it's been in the ladder pool the whole time because this is a really good map for Starbow.
We already had this map before the ladder.
Probably a horrible map for StarCraft 2. So it's a good thing it ended up in Starbow. And this is like, it's kind of like a mix between Destination and Heartbreak Ridge. It's like a mix of several river maps, and it has its own unique feel, and it just feels and looks great. Dragonei with a really fast third hatchery in base. He's gonna be greedy later on. This is because queens in Starbow don't add... They only add 1 larva instead of 4? In StarCraft 2, right?
Yeah, I believe it's 4.
I don't play StarCraft 2 anymore, so I forget things. So yeah, so 1 queen doesn't really do that much macro, so you need extra hatcheries. This is very early
also,
though, a lot of them
the hatchery only stacks up 4 lava total, not over 4.
Yeah, true. You can't have more than 4 per. By the way, Soa, who's in the chat now, he made my cool overlay that you saw earlier. And he also has been working on getting those t-shirts going. So he's going to be really happy if you get some t-shirts.
And he's working on a lot of other stuff too.
Oh yes, he works on everything in Starbow, and he's awesome. So huge shoutouts to him. He's done so much work. Graphics, programming, anything really, he does it. Max is going to scout and see what's going on. This is a very passive opening from both players. Max with a fairly quick CC and Dragonei with a quick 3 hatches. Again, with units that don't really block anything. I mean buildings. Yeah.
Well, who? Max?
Yeah, no, actually Dragonei. That evolution chamber next to the hatchery is not next to the hatchery. Like, it's diagonal, so units can move through there, even if it's next to it.
Weird.
That's how it works in StarCraft 2. If you have like 2 buildings touching each other with a corner, when you place it in the grid, there's gonna be a gap. There's gonna be a gap.
Even with supply depots?
Yeah, I think so. You're gonna have a hard time. So Max is just gonna stay on pure bio this time. He's not gonna try any mech. The last map he was playing on is actually quite good for mech, and so is this. So, but it's not as good as Noah's Ark, I think, when it comes to mech play.
Max is playing really defensive. I don't know if he knows that the battling has been reworked.
Oh, true. The Baneling in Starbow basically doesn't do any damage, but it makes your opponent take more damage when he's attacked by other units, and it also slows down attack, or did we remove that?
We want to remove it, I believe, but we haven't removed it yet, I believe.
I think we did, just now.
Did we? Just
Yeah.
now?
With the latest patch, I think
Oh,
we
well.
did. We
Yeah,
patched
yeah, yeah.
earlier
That's
today.
amazing.
I was actually
So-
streaming it.
Yeah. So, for anyone who wonders, so what this means is that the bending synergizes really well with the circling and the mutalisks, because the first shot of the mutalisk, if one unit, let's say a marine has -2 armor, and the mutalisk shoots at the first target of a marine who has -2 armor, takes 11 damage, and the second marine takes, what is it, 9, 3, 1, takes 5 damage.
Yeah, something like that.
And the third marine takes 3 damage. So this synergizes really well with units who have this glaiving shot, or units which attack really fast. But since the bending does really little damage, it doesn't make sense to get a lot of them, because
Yeah, they don't. Well, they actually stack up
they don't-
9 times now. I think that's too many, but
they don't snowball as much as in StarCraft 2, it feels like.
no, that's true. You don't want to make like just tons and tons of banelings. What you want to make though is tons and tons of Hydra Lurker. So we got Lair coming. He's actually getting. This is really weird, and I think Dragonei is just going to die because this push is quite strong. No, okay, that's not that many, but he only has slow Hydralisks. That's
Oh,
the unit you don't
I
want.
have a deja vu.
Yeah, this is Dirty Bag
Oh
versus
no,
Franskar all
this
over again.
enrage was way too soon.
Oh, get out of there, Queen. He needs a ton of Zerglings, and he got that. Okay, that's good. Zerglings are going to be very important now. But he needs to
don't
make
want to
sure...
lose them. Yeah, it needs to fight. Oh no, he's going to crush it. Oh wow.
Oh, he's fine. Oh, take that back. Okay, here comes the Firebat, though, but the Firebat just... That's a lazy Firebat. He just barely gets there, and then he turns around and goes back again.
It's a fat fire, but totally.
It is.
too
And here we
late
go.
to cut.
Surrounded by medics. He needs to, like, get in a corner. Go in the corner, you've been a bad Firebat, come on. And he can stim the medics too. I don't know if he knows he can stim medics anymore, but you can sacrifice some energy to get the medics move faster. And sacrificing some energy is better than sacrificing medics.
Usually it is.
Okay, now he's stimmed medics.
That's because they are on the same hotkey.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him. I don't think he knows.
Okay, in comes.
I'm not gonna tell him right now. He's in the middle of an engagement. Oh wow, there's a lot of Hydras, and they're just dealing with this, which is incredible, to be
He
honest.
targets down the Dragonei targets down the firebats. So now it's only Marine versus Hydralisk, and usually Hydralisks do not fare well against Marines.
Now, someone just told me recently that Dragonei thinks Hydras are too bad, and he just proved the opposite. Hydras are not really supposed to deal with Bio at all, and he just did a lot of damage versus Bio with just pure Hydra.
Hydralisk is definitely not too bad.
No.
Hydralisk is actually better than they were in Brute War, in my opinion.
So Mazx has been sneaking up this third base behind this. I wanted to comment on it, but there was a lot of action going on. So this is actually very interesting. If he can get a planetary up here and gets maybe like a bunker even, then he should be just fine. A couple of missile turrets. There's no... Oh, is that a hive already? Wow, that's an early hive. So you need this weird building to get a hive, by the way.
Max Macro is actually really insanely good. He has got a lot of production facilities. The only thing he doesn't do really well is using his overcharge, but that's mostly because he isn't used to it.
True. And I was gonna say something, but Franskar is slowing down the game. That's the most important thing. Ooh, nice backstab here from Dragonei, and he could try and surround this army though by blocking the retreat path from these units and forcing him to move into the natural.
Dragonei has a really bad composition to deal with such a huge bioarmy. He really needs lurkers, but the lurker then needs 10 more seconds to complete. And then there's also the lurker morph time, which needs another 30 seconds, so he has to buy time somehow.
Okay, Twitch is saying that they are having some issues in general, so it's not. It wasn't my OBS.
Fireball gets surrounded.
Oh, but that's so much DPS from those Marines, though. I think they can handle this. But okay, more units streaming in from Dragonei, and Dragonei actually is going to clean this up. But I don't know if that was too cost efficient for him, though. Maybe it was. I don't know. I'm just a weird person.
I thought he couldn't even hold it, so I believe it was a very cost efficient engagement for him.
There's no way Hydras are a bad unit in this game. Like, the fact that he can stay 13 minutes in this game versus Bio without any lurkers or banelings is incredible. Especially versus Max, who's very good macro.
Max is getting already fusion core. Does he have? He has +1 armor finishers, so he should get a second engineering bay and start upgrading 2 upgrades simultaneously as soon as possible.
He also should. Yeah, he's getting his fusion. Yeah, like you said.
He gets his fusion.
Yeah, he's probably gonna start a lot of science vessels soon. I really hope he needs a lot of science vessels to deal with all these lurkers now. And there's a big drop incoming. If we just keep watching this drop for another 25 minutes, we're gonna see it in the main base of his opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, Feminumized Carapace isn't even close to done. Ooh, if he can catch these overlords.
Oh, lurker on the high ground.
But one lurker stops it. Okay, more lurkers on the high ground.
Okay, no lurkers are on the field, and they are going to prove very effective at holding high ground positions.
Who do you think are going to win this? Is going to win this?
It's very close. I think Dragonei either wins by experience because he has more experience, or Max Mechanics is going to win his game.
Got 6 Ultralisks incoming though, but he's actually in the meantime.
Oh, no!
Oh, very hard choke to press through, and he stays back for a little bit more. Max is actually making Banshees behind this, which is interesting because there's very few Hydras left, so a couple of Banshees are actually quite good at this point in the game.
No, you don't want to attack like this.
Well, there's only one lurker though, so this is actually good clearing off this high ground. He needs another scan though. Does he have a LiDAR transmitter?
No, kill it off. I don't think he has. No, he doesn't.
And there's a fly surrounding my head as I'm trying to cast this. It is making sure my
Dragonei is coming in, trying to engage his army. No? Yes.
Oh, he catches the firebats first. That's actually really nice.
Bats.
But there's a really nice firebat concave in the back there, grilling all those Zerglings. But the Ultralisk connect with the Marines, so they're going to do a lot of damage now.
Firebats are really good tanky and beefy against Ultralisks.
Yeah, so Ultralisks do not deal splash damage in Starbow, and they look a little bit tiny and silly as well. We're actually thinking about making them even smaller for various reasons, but all the medics kind of survive, but the Marines die. I can't talk. Banshees are gonna clean up the Ultralisk. This is actually very interesting because in Brood War, you'd see players go for like vultures and mech transition in the mid game to deal with this kind of late game composition, but since we have Banshees in Starbow, which was not in Brood War, you might not have to do that and just add some Banshees in. But wow, drop in the meantime into the main base of Max. Sorry I missed that, but we're gonna have Banshees again cleaning this up. But Max is gonna take this opportunity to take down this base super fast. He activates the planetary fortress, but it's not enough. So much DPS from all those Zerglings and Ultralisks.
He has the crack upgrade in the glance, so they attack really fast. They attack faster than in SC2, way faster.
They do, and that fly really loves my head. But here comes Dragonei, and I think he's gonna deal with Max now, and Max is gonna have a hard time defending versus all these Ultras and Zerglings. He's gonna try and hold the ramp right here. The Banshees are doing a really good job, and we're gonna have some Vipers incoming. I don't really know why, to be honest. I guess some Ensnare could be good, but it's not gonna deal with the Banshees. He's gonna need some Scourges to kill the Banshees. And Max kind of holds. I wouldn't say stabilizes because he's down 2 bases after this attack.
No, it's okay. He has his hidden base, so Dragonei might actually think that he's further ahead than he actually is.
That's true. Man, Banshees takes forever killing Ultralisks.
Yeah, we should buff that.
No.
No.
Banshees have other uses too, surprisingly, than just killing Ultralisks.
What?
Yeah.
I never see that.
Oh, so many Zerglings and no firebats. And just Marines just die so fast. So Zerglings do a lot of damage in Starbow. Look at that, people.
Oh wow, he clears it up with Marines actually. I didn't expect it. It's like, oh wow.
Actually, well, he's got that one. The Ultralisks are doing a lot of damage though. But here we go again. He's gonna try and get into the main base. The Banshee's gonna help the Zerglings and try and attack the barracks a little bit. But man, that's so many Banshees.
14 Scourgers on the way.
Ooh, the Scourgers is gonna try to pick up, but the Scourges can overkill. If you like A-move 14 Scourges into the Banshees, you're probably gonna kill like 2 Banshees. You have to split them up manually to get more damage.
Max takes another base. He takes like 4 bases.
He expands so much every game we see him. He just takes bases. If I can get away with a base, I'm gonna take it. I can build this base faster than the Ultralisk can kill it. No, he can't. You should cancel it. There's this one Overlord. And the Banshees really wish they could shoot air right now. If you add some Vikings to this Banshee composition, it could actually be really strong, as Vikings are much better versus Scourges.
Wraith. Oh, in comes the Scourges. Oh, he should cloak as soon as.
Here we go. Yeah, yes, cloak is the anti-Scourge. Cloak.
Look.
Oh,
no.
Sending in the Marines. Being careful with the Banshees. The Banshee cloak in Starbow is free. Like you don't need upgrade, but it only lasts for like how many seconds? 6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Yeah. 6, 7 seconds.
So Max tries to expand
random.
at top left now. Dragonei is going to scout this. So he's going to be like, what?
Oh, here comes the Scourges! Oh, he doesn't pay attention to this, and oh no, he cloaks in the last second!
Did you see that? He waited, I think he waited deliberately, just so that he could kill as many Scourges as possible.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, maybe he didn't. I think he wasn't paying attention, maybe he did. That was crazy though.
Interestingly enough, if the Scourges get killed, they still do their secondary effect. I didn't even know that.
Yes, they all did a tiny bit of damage to... they have like a little... it's not really a splash, but it's kind of an eventual splash. It's kind of odd ability.
Oh wow, and Max
Lurker
takes...
Oh, Lurker's gonna get some... No, they got the SCVs out in the meantime, but he's actually gonna get this... Man, every time we say Max is out of a game, he just turns the game around and comes back. That's actually all the games we cast today, except for the last game versus Franskar. And ooh, he's gotta be careful with the Banshees. And now there's Overseers, so now the Scourges can hunt down.
Banshees.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter that much because, well, yeah, he should send one back as bait. There's an irradiated Overseer chasing it down. He lost so many Banshees there. He did take out that one base, but I don't know if it was worth it. But Dragonei's still in 3 bases. He's been on relatively few bases for quite long now. And Max has been able to keep that hidden base alive for so long.
Max is actually ahead now in bases, so he just needs to stay defending. But Dragonei has quite the bank.
Oh wow, yes he does. And they're barely passing 100 supply.
Finally this base is going to get spotted.
It's still not the hidden base though, like the original hidden base. That's still hidden. Hidden base stays hidden. He's gonna fight back with SCVs.
Yeah, militia trying to defend, but...
Yeah, that's cracklings, everyone. Attack speed 0.38.
They attack faster than Stimp Marines, I believe.
Yeah, their attack so fast, it's crazy. This is Brute War values, by the way. Which might be too strong. Oh, is he... Actually, irradiating Zerglings is actually quite good in Starbow because of how the... yeah, it's kind of hard to explain why, but they're all gonna go down anyway because more Scourges, and I think Max is out of this now, to be honest. He's lost 2 bases at once. He's down to 1 mining base.
He still has this hidden base. He just has to stay defending.
Well, he doesn't have an army anymore, and there's 11 music coming in, and GG, nice.